Good evening. Welcome to the Darth Grumpy Dad Twitch stream. All right. D3 again, trying to wrap up the season. Kind of not doing the best at it. Um, Need to mute the volume here. There we go. Pop a little ting in the chat here. There you go. All right. No, no, fuzzy. Stay away from my beef jerky. It's too spicy for your little black kitty butt anyways. You won't eat it. You stay away from it. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm screaming. Anyways, listening to Tim Pool on site over here, so I have something to listen to because nobody talks to me. Nobody ever shows up. Nobody loves me. But we are working on this here wizard. All right, that's going to be our next thing. Podcast. Kill Ragnarok, the Echoing Nightmare. Before we move on to this next one. And a lot of these are just going to be they'll fall as I level up gems and stuff like that. And then I can go back and hit bosses I need. But right now I should be set up. Let's see. Yeah, I still need a Scorch necklace. I don't believe I haven't gotten a Scorch necklace. It's kind of I got my Rastlers, got a Cinder Coat, right? Convention. Da-da. It's kind of a setting up for a general farm build. I could probably level up, like get put bigger gems and all here, but I just haven't gotten there yet. There hasn't been that necessity for it. Got her brushes, binding ink, gold wrap. My orb, you have to have the orb to run this build. Otherwise, you just don't have enough damage reduction, and it gives you 40% increased damage. Ring of Grandeur and Cube. Follower is Spalder Zakra, so my gear is indestructible. Gold skin right now, later on it would be Talrash's. Uh, Broken Crown for the extra gem drop. Bing, have a meal. Whatever, who cares? Um, I still need a flavor of time. Got my Nemesis bracers. Ring Grandeur, Avarice Band, because I'm farming gold right now. So it just gives me a much wider gold pickup radius. Uh, Follower doesn't die. 2 pieces of cane, so I get 25% chance at double keystone drops. And Sage's Ribbon, Sage's Purchase for double death breath, and it gives my follower 250 strength, dex, and vitality, which makes her more powerful and gets me closer to the 25,000 intelligence I need to max out her skills. Right? And I'm not worried about that, but just oh, hello, Tag Slayer. Maybe. Your mic is muted, buddy. Okay, he joined, but I'm not seeing him. He's got something going on his end. Start running these nephews.
Prove yourself worthy. Need more time.
I got Tim Pool turned down. So it's barely hear it right now. Come on, quit hanging up on rocks. I wanted to get the intros going first, right? And I can turn it up when I get bored. Run out of stupid shit to talk about. Jesus Christ. Okay, he joined again.
For some reason, it's
Oh,
just
there he is. There he is.
it's like I think it's only when you're broadcasting. Really, it just has trouble joining sometimes. But it got me this time.
Oh,
But it's nothing with
yeah.
you. It's the PC's Xbox thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'll make sure I have it turned up a little in chat because when I was streaming with Jordan the other day, couldn't hardly hear him on the chat. So I'll turn you up there.
Hell yeah! You hear me pretty good then?
Yep, yep. Well, uh, I'm not sure what it sounds like on the recording, right? So I could hear him in my headset fine, or in my headset, but
Oh,
since I had it turned up in my headset, but not on the settings for the stream, you couldn't hardly hear what Jordan was saying.
okay. I see. I see. So
So I'm
I
just,
gave up on the rogue. I mean, it does good. It's just not. I put everything on for Heartseeker, which was also listed as a new build. Someone just
yeah,
posted at the end of October. Which Heartseeker is a real good way to get your feel for if Victimize is better or not, because that was the build that really procced the double dip. It does not double
yeah.
dip no more though. They did fix the double dip,
Oh,
but what they did was now it just procs to where they use the Umber Crux to basically get a double dip in a matter of speaking. Because it's just what the Umber Crux does is that totem will just sit there and basically spam your so basically it'll spam Heartseeker with you because every Heartseeker that don't hit
yeah.
nothing, it consumes it. And then
Oh,
and it just shoots it back out with an added 20% damage. So it just sits there and basically you get the chance to throw it twice from your temper plus that plus its own ability by itself. So that's 3 different procs right there, all in one proc, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So you're basically constantly just throwing up basically every attack's a victimized explosion, and it just doesn't. It could do good. I'm just not wanting to put all that time into it. I have a badass Spiritborn. I'll just play that.
yeah, yeah,
But they just put too much effort into the whole fact of the victimize. No, you still need damage. Like when I redid the basic one, I basically made it walk through T4, but then it
yeah.
wouldn't go really far above it, and it didn't do real good on bosses, just by putting on the regular basic damage aspect.
So somebody didn't play test enough on their build. Listen here, Mister Nick the Cat.
Well, and people are still super hyper focused on the Spiritborn. So like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a lot of these builds that are getting posted were all like PTR builds.
Oh.
And all they did was go in and change a few things that the PTR changed and then called it good. But in the PTR, it was smashing damage, but now it's not. And I just feel like they didn't really go check it. There was another streamer that I was watching that called them out. Said there's a lot of these builds that were the same ones that were being ran during PTR that are no longer good. He said the only
And
real
that's for builds across the board,
yes.
right? Natural
And he said the only real good S tier builds are Necro and Spiritborn.
yeah.
He said until everybody gets this Spiritborn kick over with and figures out its ins and outs real good, he said you're not going to really see too much of the other builds up there because no one's going to really work on them that hard.
Yeah.
None of the big
Oh
streamers that
yeah. I
have
can
the time
see
to do
that. Have they even? Well, it's got to be somebody with the interest in it. Like Rob is all about the bar, right? That's his jam. He's
it.
always
Yeah, that's
looking
why
for another way to.
you gotta be careful with him. Plus, he's a real bad person about putting stuff on a build just because he likes it. Like
Yeah,
Tyrael's
yeah,
Might,
yeah.
for instance. He likes Tyrael's Might because it throws those shards, and he comments on it. Look at all the shards now. See how I'm getting all these shards? Like if that's what your damage
But
is, then we just need to make a different build.
yeah,
But other than that, Rob is
Yeah.
really, really amazing at making them builds and really amazing at picking them apart. Probably one of the
Well,
best.
yeah, Maxroll has redone their tier list. They no longer have the S plus. They have just S tier now. But it's still, Spirit Born. But Mighty Throw Barb is up in there.
Yeah.
Spirit Wave Necro, Rapid Fire Rogue, Rain of Arrows Rogue, Dance of Knives Rogue, Bone Spirit Necro. So like what the like I
Well,
got
so
so used to
and I heard
the
that streamer also said too, man. Believe it or not, he says that he prefers Mobalytics over or Max Roll over Mobalytics.
yep. That's where I'm getting to now. Like I don't
He said
mind
because
running
like,
some of the mobalytics,
well,
but it
yeah, because like
seems
that's
like
what it
the
was
Paragon boards
the past
are
four or
just
five
better.
seasons. The past 4 or 5 seasons, it has been
Yeah.
Mobalytics. But he said Max Roll's kind of making a comeback because Mobalytics got too big and comfy in the hot seat.
Yep. They've been like I like how when you go to a build and you like if I go to the Quillborn build on Maxroll, right? And I scroll down to the build itself. Move my window over here for Mr. T Pool. Actually, let's just pause T Pool. And I hover over, like, say, the Harlequin crest on the build, right? If I'm scrolled up far enough, right? Or hover over, let's see, Yen's Blessing. And I scroll just a little bit on that card where it tells me all about it Yen's Blessing, Ancient Unique, Masterwork 1212, 3 evade charges, blah, 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 right? At the bottom of that card, it tells me where it drops. It drops from Lord Zir. It tells me where to target farm it right on the card.
So
All
Rob
right.
has that feature on his site as well.
Yeah. And that, like, I don't, Maxwell doesn't like, or Mobalytics I mean, it's cool. I mean, but it's a little bit too bare bones. Like, some of the bare bones stuff is cool, but then I'm like, I like how, like, on Mobalytics, like, your tempers, like, it'll tell you, like, which temper book that temper comes out
Yeah,
of,
and
right?
see, Mobalytics was wrong on that too because they're still using ones from last season.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because the new ones,
And
like on the Rogue, for instance, the Rogue has 2 spots you can roll vulnerable damage, either under Cutthroat skills or under something. There's another one that has it
yeah.
with only 3 different things in it. It has Vuln, Crit, and Overpower. The one they roll in has 4 different things in it.
Oh, Jesus.
And so it's like, I was like, why would you roll? Why would you pick that one that has 4 different things you have to hope on? Where this one only has 3 whole things in the whole tree. So there's only 2 other things you can get. So your
Yeah.
chances are a lot higher.
All right. Oh, I was playing on my computer looking at stuff while I was talking. I need to get back to these Nephilim rifts so I can get my keystone so I can finish out the season. Because you got to get 3 gems to 70. That's going to take 70 keystones, I think. Something like that. 5, 10. Like 30 times 360. Yeah, like 90 to 100. Because I have other gems I want to level too. Like, might as well level up my farming gems, my Boon of the Hoarder while I'm gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should.
Yee. Quit hanging up on shit. Like, either I'm lagging and freezing when I teleport, or I'm just hanging up on every rock, every little twig. Like, oh, you're hung up on a magical twig that won't allow you to teleport. Oh, this one little brick laying in the middle of the road, you can't teleport through.
Which tier list were you looking at there? Boss tier list?
End game. Yeah, no, the end game tier
End
list.
game pit push? Yeah, they still have S plus.
Yeah. Oh, not on the one I was just looking at.
So yeah,
Maybe I
it's
didn't.
S plus at the very top, and it just has Quill Volley and all the Spiritborn builds up there. And then S tier down below that has one Spiritborn, and then almost all the rest are Necro builds with one Barbarian build.
On Macro. Try reloading the page.
I just opened the page.
Oh, sure. That's weird. This is one I was just looking at. Or you might have to update it too. Is there an update? You haven't been there for a while. I know on Mobilytics, like you have to update that thing all the time.
Yeah, no update. It's just the
I
actual web
guess.
page. It's not the app. So it shouldn't have to update.
Yeah. Go to Macro.
Natural Diablo
It's new
4.
tab.
Tier list. Oh, hit tier list.
Diablo
Scroll
4.
down. And then I
Hit
scroll
tier
right down to
lists.
end game and pit push build tier list, right?
Yes, and game and pit push.
Yeah, S plus.
Oh yeah, oh it does now. The one I swear to God, I was just looking at one 30 seconds ago that did not have the S plus. I was just looking at it, was not there. What in
Yeah,
the
and
heck?
all the rogue builds went down to A tier. They might have just re-updated it after realizing that it
Oh,
really
they
ain't that
forgot to.
badass. Because this is what dude was
Yeah,
just talking about in that video, that the only builds that are really viable, the Mighty Throw Barb is, but he's just really clunky and slow. So he's not really good for pit
yeah,
speeds or anything. He's not fast. But he said otherwise outside of that, it's just gonna be your Spiritborn and Necro.
yeah.
And he said that Max Roll's the better one to go to because these are all dudes that spend a lot of time on the game, and they still have an in with the developers
I agree.
because of D3. Like they've always had an in with the developers because of D3. PTR became a thing because of the guys that play on the guys that run
Yeah,
Max Roll.
the macro. Yeah, but
Yeah,
PTR became
PTR
a
never
thing
used to
because
be a
of
thing.
Tell him he could watch TV.
Yes, I did.
Well, next time, let me know.
please.
Shut it off! Quit
He's
But
laughing too loud. Damn it, it's pissing me off. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was funny. Spirit Wave Necro? What the fuck is that? I know the Blood Surge was kind of fun. Menu Necro went down again. It's still on A tier here at Maxroll, even though it's S tier over at Mobilytics. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't even know if I'll keep working on that neck. Well, fuck, I don't know. Don't even know if I want to keep working on that one Necro build I started with you. Because it's just, I like the minion builds and the Bone Spear build really are the ones I enjoy the most. And neither one of those is performing very well. Oh, go back over to reload my player. Oh, that's not good. I'm sure I'm still streaming my player, just isn't playing.
Ancients would be
That's all I really need to know if somebody's trying to talk to me in chat.
Need more time.
Close. $40. Well, what the hell? Reload the hole.
Not ready yet.
Okay, definitely already got a pair of those. Man, I have to buy a new controller this payday. Just have to eke it out of my shit. What the fuck? Load the goddamn player. My PC's mad at me. I was trying to figure out if I could get my Elgato cap card running some OSB and whatnot. Get some, overlays going on the stream, and I just didn't have time to set it up. I said, God, it's something I should work on the weekend, because purportedly this headset I have that's Bluetooth should work with those systems, so I don't have to buy a separate microphone, right? I can just use my headset microphone, and because I am low budget. Like, what the hell? Well, looks like I am checking for updates on my PC and restarting that bitch. Yes, yes. Yeah. Windows update. Let it do that shit. What am I at? 26. Seems like I only had 5 or 6 earlier in the day, so. Be nice if it would drop me a Squirt's necklace, so. Can't believe I'm this far in and haven't seen a Squirt's necklace. That's some snarky bull right there. I don't want to have to gamble and upgrade for a Squirt's necklace or craft an upgrade for a Squirt's necklace. It's probably the cheaper way to go. Sure, I have plenty of the Marquise gems to make. Maybe not cheaper, but definitely faster.
Still waiting. Need more time.
If you're talking to him, you're still on mute. Oh. Yep, I was wrecking these controllers before I got my neck operation, just squeezing everything so tight, just trying to mashing the buttons. I just couldn't feel them, like I'm sure.
Still waiting.
PC is not being happy. Oh,
Need more time.
I have to take it, and plug it into the router. I just run it on Wi-Fi a lot. It does just fine usually.
Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Okay, let's just restart this.
Need more time.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about dying. I knew I had picked up plenty of gold. I probably had billions of fucking armor, but nothing to worry about.
Need more time.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I had to go lay down the law on the
Yeah.
tub.
Not ready yet.
Yes, that happens. Hmm. So how is little girly doing anyways?
She's doing good.
She walking yet? She should be about walking in there. Hasn't it been about a year?
Uh, yeah, she's almost walking.
Yeah.
She's getting there. Like she can definitely hold on to stuff and walk around it, like the couch and whatnot, real good.
Yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. That's awesome. Well, there's Compass Rose. Halo. That's what's suggested you run on your follower, right? Lightning, which I'm sure is like if you're running a lightning damage, inflict bleed. There we go, and weapon damage over 5 seconds. So that's the weapon you're supposed to be running on your follower, like when you're pushing. The suggested weapon. Like right now, I'm just running this because it's right. It has chance to blind and just a ton of damage for her. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, when I looked, I have all the pets on D3, or I was gonna hop on just to get the pets. I already have the ones it offers.
Oh, yeah.
Still waiting.
Don't be shy.
That is too expensive. I've got some brand new.
That it's some bullshit right there. I'll tell you what. Bull. Oops, save that. What does this one even do? Had to roll a socket on it.
Need more time. Still waiting.
Girl, please, well, quit this. Go to sleep, at least.
Joey's been playing with me off and on. I think he's got Rocky, but he didn't have the mechanical lizard one. As soon as we got into it, his mom decided there's a bunch of shit he needed to do apparently.
Still waiting.
Why? Because you haven't been playing D4 with her.
Maybe. Well, and it wouldn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
ridiculous.
he's not playing D4 either. Yeah.
I am, dude. I kind of like this new season update.
Yeah. I'll get back to it. I'm just like, I already had that Spirit Born so far down the road. I'm like, oh, I can take off a couple of weeks and go do this. Right?
Yeah,
And that was just
it takes
playing
a lot
mostly
after
solo.
that.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to take a lot now.
To get it to 300. Yeah.
Well, no, just to get
Because
it to where you can push higher pits. Like, you're going to probably break. With the way the new update happened, if you went and hopped on your Spirit Board right now, you're probably going to be stuck at a. Stuck at like 115, 100 right there, depending, maybe even lower. Just because of the upgrading of the glyphs.
yeah. I had them all my glyphs were like in the 90s. So,
Well, that and the build that I'm playing got nerfed anyway. So, well, it didn't get nerfed. It's just not good anymore. It was good because all of the builds were good.
right. There's another one of the Thunder Sword. Oops. What bad.
Still waiting. Need more time.
I was gonna say, if you were gonna hop on, I will definitely run you through whatever the fuck you need if you're gonna respec into one of the newer, or run your necro. Because I'll be on the Spirit Born, so I'll pretty much be able to run
Yeah.
everything with my Spirit Born. I'm just gonna respec into the other build.
Into the Quillborn.
Well, I haven't decided yet. There's a couple different ones on here. There's the Quill Volley, which is not number one. Touch of Death is supposed to be number one, and so is Crushing Hand. They have Quill Volley at the top just because of how fast it is. But it starts to fall off real early.
Ooh, there we go. Yep, apparently that's what my little laptop needed, was just a restart. Just the restart. Because it goes right back in. Looks good. Looks good.
Not ready yet.
What the heck? Buttons is a little sticky.
Need more time.
Oop. Didn't mean to do that.
Still waiting.
Rubbing alcohol on my sticky button. Probably just body grease. Ew. Ew. Yeah, that's better. Well, apparently I didn't do this. Ooh, those look like,
Right now.
yes.
You want
Those
to
would
be a
be,
butthead and a brat. Butthead and a brat. Your own damn bed. There you go.
there's the code for rolling.
Need more time.
Need more time. Ay, ay. Yeah, the little ones. Yeah, the boys, they get
Not ready yet.
going sometimes to just yelling at each other, playing their
Still waiting.
playing on their pads, playing Roblox, and they'll just be, yeah.
Let's see what happens, shall we? That's nice. Can I have it back?
Oops, not extract.
Not ready yet.
Jeez. As soon as I get one ring of grandeur, it'll probably just drop them, like start dropping them like freaking crazy. All I'll see, or not. I mean, a squirts necklace and a flavor of time, or what I'm looking for. As soon as I get one, that's all I'll see. It'll start raining them. This flavor of time. Ooh, that's a pretty good one for my follower too. There we go. Pylon effects last twice as long.
Need more time.
Need more time. All right, let's see. I got 5 instead of 3 or whatever.
Still waiting.
There are no next major now. This directly puts the happiness of a everything. No.
Mommy,
Changes.
I mean, mommy's breaking us now. He's not
Fix it all until class, which 6 life has been 16 here for white. Also, this interaction.
Oh. Gobblegoo dude. Oh, there's a little chest back there.
Any other
Thought I seen a yellow item. Good thing I don't get paid to think. I just get paid to be old and broken now. And sedimentary. Old, broken, and sedimentary. Oof. Haven't checked. You know what? Next time I stop in town, I should look and see where I'm at with the altar of rights. Would like to either get double death breath or pets pick up death breath. It'd be nice to be getting like 16 death breath every time a pile hit the ground instead of 8. That would be kind of cool. But my pet picking them up would be even cooler. Less for me to worry about. With these, I just have to bump them, move on, and the pet picks them up. And all those, it's like 9 reusable parts per gray item. Every time you bump something like that, it drops. That's 9 of those. Those add up quick. And then when you got a whole ton of them, you turn them into the old crystals. They're throwing everything at me today.
ready yet.
And I'm not sure how much of this stuff I have in my base characters. All right, like I'll get what I can in the cube.
Still waiting.
Fate smiles on you today. Do come back again.
Not liking this Squirt's necklace at all. Are they? They're just like, nope, not today, bub. Not today.
Not ready yet.
Go see what's going on with the altar. Oh, still need a Ramadala Ding Dong. Haven't seen one of those yet.
Still waiting. Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time.
Need more time.
Not ready yet.
Not ready yet. Need more time. I wish I could do that.
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
Not ready
Not ready
yet.
yet.
Have enough power.
Scoundrels token.
Need more time. Still waiting. See me now. Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Oh. Somebody else is eyeballing the cast. Well, thank you very much for joining me on this bodacious stream. I don't know, Charles. I'm not very good with the words. Welcome to Darth Grumpy Dad Games Twitch stream. I am just farming greater rest keys right now. Because why wouldn't I? Oh, went in a big loop.
All right, I think I found the one. I'm going to try to do a crushing hand for the spirit born.
Crushing Hand, Spiritborn. Yeah, I heard like
Because
seeing
Rob
some
still has a whole
comments
bunch
out.
of really good builds for the spirit born.
Yeah, uh, I heard it's a really fun build for like farming and stuff like that. It just smashes all that lower stuff.
No, they it's gotten buffed.
Really,
Yeah, because the resolve stacks, which is gorilla, and that's a gorilla ability. So it just gets damage from
right?
resolve stack. And like massive amounts of it. So it has a high pit push build and then a bunch of speed farm builds.
That's something else. They need to get savable builds in the wardrobe, right? Where just your whole build, everything, the way you have it set up, right? Oh, for some reason, they're just like, yeah, nah, we're not going to do that for y'all. Like it was, it's super easy and had it on D3 forever. But this game's too high profile for that. Oh, whoever was watching dipped out. Well, like I was watching, going over the analytics, and it's weird. Like there's lots of people that from other countries don't even speak English, and for whatever reason, I'll go to their suggested feed, and they'll start watching, and they'll be like, I don't know what this guy's saying.
Still waiting.
And I'm sure with my hillbilly accent, it's far worse than what I could perceive, right?
Not ready yet.
Such a brave soul. What a steal.
Jesus Christ.
Are you ready? Then your time. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. See me now. Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Dead end, dead end, dead ends in a timed event. I guess this isn't a timed event. For the most part, it kind of is, because I need to get one done in 2 minutes sooner or later.
Need more time. You're brave.
And I lost him. Had 2 clones. Man, every time you change floors, I wonder if I get him back if I go back the other way. Probably not. But I'm gonna just to see. Yep, they just stay here. You just stay like why wouldn't your clone follow you to the next floor? That's like I mean, like if there were bosses on T16 that were so hard to kill, you needed to bring your little clones in with you. I could see not having it like that, but it's not that way. It's not like this is, you know, you're like you can't join somebody's GR late into it, bring clones, and yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of I think that's something they overlooked, maybe.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
I could see not needing them to follow you into town, but
Your tribe still waiting. Afford that.
she's all wound up.
Mm,
Uh,
shoot, man.
uh,
Need more time.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Enemies of the Not ready yet. Still waiting.
First time chat. Hi, mate. I checked your yeah, boost visibility. Oh,
Not ready yet.
buying views. Someone is selling views, which isn't like they do like everyone like YouTube, X, whatever. People sell views. They buy views. Oh, look at that. There's a lovely little primal on the ground. Let's see. Primal, really? Primal Firewalkers. That will be awesome when I do my 45. And then they go and fire themselves because I can use them ashes for something else.
Don't put it.
But I don't. I was thinking about streaming with this alt account some D4, but I do not have Vessel of Hatred for this account. So, or any of the cool shit I have on the other one. If I'm really worried about it, keeping my main account, my personal account, separate from the streaming stuff. There isn't in the options for D4. There is a streaming mode, and basically all it does is makes everybody's names and all their information random. It just randomizes people's names, which is kind of cool. But then you're like, who the fuck is this person messaging me? Who the fuck is? She's just like, who the fuck is that, man? I don't know.
Now quit.
That's fucking laughing down, can't control. Because I thought it was doing it for a while, man. I'm like, kind of annoying.
Need more time. The Rift Guardian is here.
The Riptardian is here.
Not ready yet.
Town.
Need more time.
There's too much stuff here to kill. I'm actually trying to leave, but they keep sending more guys. Excuse me.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, not worth keeping. I don't have a tall Russian belt.
Need more time.
Need more time. Build some more up. Oh, oops. 79. Yeah, sometimes you straight up get 8 keys per run.
Still
It's
waiting.
nice having those double chance at double key drops. You know, like I said, if you're knocking these out back to back, your drop rates are higher. Your chances of legendary, chances of keys. The more monsters you kill in an hour, the more stuff you pick up, the more clickables you click on. Right? So it's another aspect. Not just oh, you're on T16, which yes, that levels stuff up pretty good as well.
Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting.
See, look at that. Legendary, both of those chests. That was a bit glitcherific. A little bit of lag there.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Get off the
Still waiting.
hung up on a leaf. There we go.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Du-du-du, du-du-du.
Not ready yet. Still waiting. Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da.
Need more time.
Partnership deals and growth. Make it sound like a Amway swing. Ooh.
Still waiting.
Already have one of those.
Embrace your power. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Flying by that goblin. Turned around to go get him and he ran into me.
Not ready yet. Still waiting. Need more time.
Oops, don't even need to say it. 165 billion armor, 56 billion health. Yeah. Yeah. That gold wrap is hilarious. having a big gold drop, gold wrap in the cube, avarice ban on my follower. It's just stupid. Like by the time a boss spawns in, you lose that. On like in greater rifts, no gold drops either. So it's like this is only something that's viable in open world, right? Running Neffy rifts and running bounties.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting.
How does that feel?
Not ready yet.
Doo-doo-doo.
Still waiting. The Rift Guardian has arrived. Need more time. Not ready yet. The blood. Still waiting.
Oh, monk glove. Close, 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 close. Damn it.
Enemies of the movement. Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet.
Oh yeah. The Juju Bean found a car. She
Nice.
we went out looking last weekend. And she had like 2,500 to spend, and we were just all right. We'll just start hitting used car lots and see what they have. And most of them were like, yeah, way out of the ones at that price were really ugly, right? You know, thank Obama for that. Thank Cash for Clunkers for taking 700,000 used cars off the market and junking them instead of, you know, right, selling them to people who could have used them. It just, God, the whole thing. Anyways,
Not ready yet.
stopped at one place and I can't remember the name of it offhand, and, but they didn't have any prices for their vehicles on the cars. I'm like, All right, they probably don't have anything. I'm sure they don't. We go on and look around. Well, we're pretty close on a couple of things, but if that's her limit, that's her limit. And we were getting ready to go. The guy was heading back, like to the back area, and he looks out the side window and he goes, "Oh, wait a minute. We just got this trade in over here. We can sell that to you." Right? It was a 2013 Subaru Outback, right? And it's like there might be issues with the head gasket. We've been, we changed the oil and we run it out to the detailers and we've run it around a little bit, and there doesn't appear, to be any fluids getting in the oil, right? No white gunk in the oil. And but we paid so little for it on trade-in because of that, so we can sell it to you for 2.5. And like Joyce said, she didn't care if there was something wrong with the head gasket at that price she was buying it, because it's a nice car for, I can't remember how it is, under 200,000 miles on it. Pretty significantly under 200,000. Looked really nice. Some hail damage. Looked like somebody had dented the tailgate a little bit. It's a $7,000 car, or 9,000 probably. That's what Blue Book had it at 7, so it probably sells on average around here closer to, where was the other jam I missed then? 9 or 10 without a trade in, right? She got it for 2.5. So she got a screaming deal on it. Screaming deal on her Uberoo. And I'm like, awesome. It's her first car. It's all-wheel drive. So for driving in the winter and all that, dependable. And I looked it up when she was test driving it.
Need more time.
Like, she basically saved $5,000 on the vehicle, right? Off what she probably would have been charged for it. It, like, at most, if I went to the dealership to get the head gasket replaced, or she did, it would cost her $2,000, right? It's going to average $1,000 if you go anywhere else, like your personal mechanic or whatever. It's going to be about $1,000 to have it replaced. There was a weird wobble, I thought, when braking. It had a low tire, but that could have been a CV joint or brakes or something. But those two things too, less than $1,000, you get a full brake job. Less than $1,000, you get a CV joint replaced, right? So she's sitting good. That'll be a good car for a long time. Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky.
Still waiting. Not ready yet.
How much is this? One cube.
Need more time.
Fortune favors the bold.
Now let's see if we can get a.
That is too
There's
exciting.
flavor of time, but I already got one of those. Kimbo's Gold. Kimbo's Gold. What is this? What is this despicable thing? There's a Squirce necklace. The flavor of time.
When is that stopped you?
Go fucking see what this little hooker's made of. I think we got us one, dude. Oh, I don't got no potions.
Get all your Paragon in and all this.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
most part, I think I got her pretty
Oh, I
well.
forgot what gem I needed. Green. I need the green ones. I need the green one like this. This size. Okay. Need crit fire damage. Yeah, don't got none of that, so yeah, I didn't think so. Suck it on that list, but it's long as fuck. Same with that one too. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Doesn't look like it, but that'll up my damage quite a bit. While not taking damage, damage is dealt is increased up to 100%, and damage taken is increased up to 50%. So there's a backlash on it. There is a backlash. All right. Whoops. Okay. Take that one in. Take that one out. Take that one out. Actually, I'm going to be running such low level ones to start with. I can just keep with these. I can keep. And I'll do strike in. So then I won't have to change any of my skills, really.
Brave the rift. Still waiting.
So far, I don't mind the build.
Go, go, go. Go, go, Gadget Rift Runner.
My name is Ash. When the champion have it.
Let's get this bad boy to 25.
Not ready yet. The blood. Nicely done. I wish you luck, hero. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Right.
Still waiting. I'm so good at this stuff myself. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Go, 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 go. Go, Gadget Rift Runner.
I am returning to town. Not ready yet. Well, unleash your power, champion. Need more time.
Okay. No.
Not ready yet. If only they could see me now. Need more time. Not ready yet.
Just take my pajamas off. Go to sleep now. Right there. I just
Oh, I didn't even have my magic weapon on. That was.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Ollie. It's bedtime.
I need to go back. Your trial.
Be able to get one more out of it.
Prove yourself worthy. Need more time. Still waiting.
Didn't think shooting tornadoes was worth its time, apparently. There we go.
Not ready yet. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Ollie.
Need more time.
Uh,
Not ready yet.
Oh yeah.
Need more time. The Rift Guardian. Still waiting.
no. I got Urshied. That's okay. Still got all my gems to 25 now.
I am returning.
So that's a bonus. Bonus.
Not ready yet. Impressive.
Let's see what can go on the cube here.
Yeah,
Unity.
video I watched said there's no nerfs planning to be coming to Spiritborn until next season.
Holy shit.
That would be
Oh,
very
just have fun. Almost out of Act 4 bounty mats again. Throw those metals channeling in. I should have another pair in the cube, so
Still waiting.
have one of all these. Yeah. Well, that other one's pretty good too.
My father was a great man until he lost his fortune.
I don't know what to gamble for. Okay, I got boots. I got everything I need to make my 45. So it's just gamble for stuff that I don't have ancient yet, I guess.
That is too expensive.
Always changes.
That is too expensive.
Need more time.
Probably level. Let's actually try this. Let's on here. Grab them firewalkers. Grab. Oh, what? Thought I had a pair of the pox pants. Fuck it. Oh, wondering what I'm gonna want. Either one of those is gonna be go with that one. And We go with this one. All right. We're not even going to change. Nothing else out. So I don't.
All right, I'm back. Oh, my stomach's messed up. I'm gonna switch one more.
Okay. That should work. Use Paragon in. Probably going to be the best. Right? And we'll do our 45.
Unleash your power. Not ready
Did I put the etch sigil on? I did. Orbs, gonna need that. Yep.
yet. Still waiting.
Oh yeah, I don't have ultimate teleport.
Need more time. I need arcing power. Not ready yet.
Oof.
Need more time. Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Mhm.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
I wanted to get more damage out of this too. I probably could put the twisted sword in the cube instead of herb rashes. Right, because I'm not taking any damage and nothing's even touching me in here, so probably could have used Valak's Rebuke and Twisted Sword.
Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Oop.
Need more time. Not ready yet. The Rift Guardian has arrived. Need more arcane power.
The thrill.
I need to go back. Need more time. Your valor.
4 minutes for 45 with no sets. Hee hee. Hee hee hee.
Still waiting.
Oh wait. Learn. Excuse me. Jeez. Ah. Why am I doing that? I don't need to save any of this now. I checked out your Kick videos. I'm not on Kick, bro. Like, fuck. At least try to make the scam look. Combine, combine, combine. Combine, 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 combine. Jesus. Spam the button, spam the button, spam. There we go. Yes, diet. What? Oh,
Poop that. Oh shit, that ain't good. I almost made a boo
call
boo.
that good.
You look
You almost made a boo boo.
like
Boo boo. Boo 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 boo.
Yeah, that one out there was a lot of missing resistol.
Oh,
That is too expensive.
I didn't even know I had that thing.
okay.
Brave the rifts, and you
Raise the.
need more time.
I'm gonna have to go run to get some of these opals here pretty quick.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
Not ready yet.
You can get those for doing the
Undercity
Undercity,
stuff,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can pick what kind it gives you too by
Yeah.
using those rituals of invocation, and then you spend a
Yeah.
little more of your money, and it'll give you it'll let you pick what it's going to focus on. And then at the end, like if you pick equipment, at the end you'll get more equipment opals than you will anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Need more time.
So you don't have to chase the
Same
big
goes for
stupid
doing that.
monster
Yeah,
around.
well, and that same goes for that big stupid monster at the end of his portal when it lets you pick. You can pick what you want from inside of there as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna need gold, pretty much. I need to run them for. But yeah, this crushing hand is way better than the one I was running. Quill volley's still the number one, so it did go back up. Now that they figured out this resolve stacking,
Yeah.
Still waiting.
which I already knew, called it right off the dump. They're gonna just stack a bunch of resolve and velocity and shit. Exactly what they're
Yeah.
fucking doing.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like on the one I'm running, I haven't like I masterwork and I threw tempers on. And I was like, yeah, close enough. Right? It's got the right aspect, but I doubt the fixes are anywhere near what they're supposed to be. Just gonna throw them on there. Yeah, yeah, that'll work.
I can help you with the quill volley build. I know that one by heart.
Yeah.
Just because that was the first, 5 days of playing the season was building
Yeah.
that quill volley. So I pretty much got that one locked in.
I am returning to town. Need more time. Your skill.
I like to use the boss mat one because in turn it turns into gold. Those boss mats sell for a
Right.
lot.
Oh,
If you
oh,
don't
to a
have any
merchant
intentions for
or
running it.
in.
Well, no, to just go sell it. Like if you get 50 of one boss mat, it sells for upwards of anywhere from 1 to 5 million, depending on what boss mat it is.
Oh, to
For a
other
50.
players,
No, to the vendor.
to the vendor. Yeah, that's what I meant. I should have
Yeah,
said vendor the first time.
so when I start running low on gold, that's what I do is I just sell them boss mats because I already have all the Ubers that you can get in the game. I mean, I could get them better, obviously, with better, greater fixes, but
Yeah, with
since
more
I have
stars.
since I have the majority of them, I'm just like, screw it, sell them. The only ones I don't really sell are the eggs and shards because those opals for the boss mats, it will make the bosses drop any character in the game, like even a big elite pack can drop eggs
Yeah,
and shards. I can drop any boss material in the game.
Not ready yet.
Jesus, run around with that cooking all the time. Holy cow! I like how they. Well, yeah, we made it so the boss mats are everywhere. They just totally undercut the guys selling boss mats online.
That's why they're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking
There you
cheap.
go. I have that. Take
Well,
that.
they said that
Yeah,
though. They flat out said it in their last campfire that they did that to stop
yeah,
people from having to purchase them. You shouldn't have to purchase it. It's part of the game.
yep.
You just are lazy. Like the worst part is the people that go on there and actually buy gear. Like that's just dumb.
Oh yeah,
I don't. You bought it because it had 4 greater affixes. That then you just defeated the whole purpose of playing the game is to go farm out better gear.
yeah,
The consistency of Diablo, just tweaking your character till it's perfect.
yep. Yeah. Might not like at the end of every season, all the gear rolls over to the stash. Like on D3, man. My non-seasonal, it's just every single piece of gear is red. Every single piece of gear is match roll, GG,
Well, I made a pair of
right?
badass. I made a badass barb that
150
uses Yen's
augments.
blessing, dude.
A what that uses one Yen's blessing?
A barb, and he only
Oh
uses
yeah,
one. You only equip one shout, so all your skills, the only skill that Yen's blessing can proc is your shout, because every other one's considered a mobility or an ultimate.
right.
And you only use the one shout. So depending on what you're doing, depends on what shout you equip and what rune word you equip. If you're trying to speed, then you'll run Warcry or the movement speed one. Yeah,
Right.
Warcry on your toolbar, and then you'll put the battle cry in the rune word.
In the
Unless you're
rune
going,
word.
unless you're going to run power, then you'll put battle cry on your toolbar and run Warcry in the rune word to keep your movement speed up.
I need to go back.
Because the barb probably procs it the most, honestly, especially the whirlwind barb, because you just put the travel 5 meters for the ritual,
Yeah.
and pretty much whatever you have equipped with that rune is gonna proc almost every fucking second, because the barb moves so much and so fast with that whirlwind. And it don't matter if you just stand there and spin in a circle; it still considers it moving the amount of meters.
Yeah. But and you can only have that on one rune word though. And then the
Yeah.
other
So
one
then
has to
then you
be like spend resource
well,
or
no, no,
something.
no, no, no. Then you just use the other one for invoking a skill from another class. So you use the travel for meters, and then you put a skill from another class on it, which for the barb is decrepify, because it slows everything down so you can kill it faster.
Yeah.
So then once
Curses everything.
decrepify,
Yeah.
yeah, then once decrepify procs, it'll automatically proc the battle cry.
Oh Jesus.
It's like every 3, or it was every 4. Every 4 decrepifies, I would get a shout, which was like basically every 3 seconds I was getting a shout. So it was never down. And you put the points into it, because I learned that if you do that, like let's say you're a necromancer and you
Yeah.
use decrepify for the rune word and then put points in decrepify, when it procs it off the rune word, it'll proc the one that you have points into. So it'll proc it at whatever you put points into, because it's your skill. So you can beef it up off of like for
The
the
rune
rogue,
word.
for instance. Yeah, for the rogue, for instance, they use Dark Shroud. So they'll max Dark Shroud
Right.
out and get all of its passives. And then they'll, in the Paragon board, they also use the thing in there that gives damage per Dark Shroud. So every time my Dark Shrouds are up from the rune word, because you don't even put Dark Shroud on your toolbar, and you still benefit from everything that you put into your skill tree and Paragon board with it.
That's
So
sweet.
it's kind of like D3 was. And then they stole
Yeah.
the aspect ratio from D2, where skillers will beef up those too. So it'll beef up their
Right.
skill rank. So the only real rune heavy character I found so far though is the Barb, only because I play him with Earthquake. So I use his Earthquake rune word, so it's just automatically going off fucking everywhere.
Yeah, all the time, just crushing.
Which I do got to go back and fix his thing back into that eventually. Yeah, Rob Woodall, he made two variants of this build, one for high pit push and one for speed. I watched the video.
Yeah.
He was running a 120 in like 4 minutes, if that, maybe 3. I don't even look, but it was like fast, super fast. And I'm like, you're speed running 120s, and you call that not the pit push build? Like what? I'm confused.
I'm confused. That is funny.
Start building back up my legendary cache, so when I do respec, I have fucking gear to do it. Oh, wrong bitch again. But and sell everything else for the gold,
Still waiting.
because it builds up fast.
Get any better?
And I think that was like a level 300 character he was running.
Well, everything's maxed out, but irregardless, even he said like you could still do it at lower level.
Wish you luck.
Yeah. Yeah, because the higher, like it takes more and more XP to get each Paragon, but you get less out of it in the board as you do early on.
Well, so actually, it's better to push higher with 2 people, 3 people, even 4 people is the best. But the highest you can go with the more people. If you're going to solo it, then yes,
Yeah,
speed
yeah,
farming's the
no,
best.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Uh, the benefit of the Paragon itself in your Paragon board. After a certain point, like I mean, it's so much XP to get your next Paragon point, and then there's nowhere in the Paragon point board to put it where you're getting the huge benefit like you do early game, right?
Yeah.
So you be at 300, but you're like after
Well,
like
as
I think they were
as
saying
it sits
250,
now, like you're gonna still
260.
get that last end game buff for your final points because you're gonna either unlock a legendary node or it's gonna be to unlock a rune or a glyph
True.
right towards the end. Because like right now, I'm pushing to get the glyph because the legendary node will come first. Um, so that said, I would just push higher as high as you can if you're with other people. Otherwise, whatever you can speed in right around 3 minutes, solo.
Yeah. Yep. Just like GRs. Yeah.
And if you really want to cheese it out, then you just go do, like I said, like I've been doing, the nightmare dungeon glitch. Go find a nightmare dungeon, or pop a nightmare dungeon and go find the XP glyph in it, and then hurry up and run through
Yeah.
it because
Oh gosh.
it gives you like
Got
25%
Urshi again.
XP for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you only need to run one of those, and then for an hour of running pits, you got that XP, or well, for about 45 minutes or so of running pits, depending on what nightmare dungeon you pop and how many tasks it has. Some of them don't have any tasks. It just says go right to the boss and kill it, which are the best ones, because then you just go find that thing on the boss and then go back, pop your glyph, run to the boss, kill it, and then hurry up and go pop pits.
Hmm.
Basically like having a mother's blessing the whole time.
Greetings,
And you receive mother's blessing just by wearing the fucking one air of perdition, like uber unique, the new
Yeah.
mythical, because it gives you mother's blessing and 60% damage. So I'm guessing that mother's blessing means XP, right? But it doesn't say it when you hover over, because it puts when you wear that helmet, it puts a little buff above your toolbar down at the bottom. And when you
Yeah.
hover over it, all it says is mother's blessing, receive 60% damage bonus. I was hoping for the XP. 35% XP the whole time would have been nice. A little XP helmet.
Oh yeah.
Call it like Kane's. It's like the Kane set.
Like the Kane said. Yeah.
That'd be badass to have something like that in here, dude. I would definitely try to incorporate it in, especially when I'm pushing for XP. Because it's the Canes that gives the XP, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
First set. It's not the last set. It's the
Yep.
first set
Yep.
that you unlock. Yeah.
It just comes. It comes with yeah. No matter it's like just there.
Yeah,
I
because the
think.
last one is the one that gives you the double draw chance for Death Breath.
Yeah.
And then Sages is for the extra key.
Oops.
Yeah, I still remember D3, dude.
Yep.
Does he still wear that one armor set for the shoulder and bracer and whatnot
still waiting.
that you have to craft at the
Oh yeah.
blacksmith?
It depends. Depends. Depends what you like. Early.
What's that set
Just like
called
for
again?
early game, the Guardians and the guilds.
Yeah,
Like
Guilds
early
is the one I
game,
was thinking of.
if you get Guardians early game for when you're pushing for the extra 100% on
So
on all your
that
gear of your
switched
main
then? Because I
stat.
remember before it used to be end game was
A
Guardians, or
guilds.
end game was a Guilds. Okay, so it still is the same way
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
End game was a Guilds
yeah,
and early game was Guardians.
yep. If you got it early game, otherwise, I mean, really, because by the time you're at like 1500, 2000, Paragon points, you're outpacing the Guardians. Just switch it. So I don't even bother usually. I just go with the guilds and roll for ancient ones when I can. Because out of guilds, I mean, like everything's got to be ancient with the max intelligence on it to get your the good. Like, and you just outpace it with your Paragon eventually. So it's becomes kind of useless. Use an ancient cinder coat with some good rolls.
That is too expensive.
Can use an ancient firebird's breast with good rolls. Have one of all these. I have all those. Save that to re-roll if I feel the urge. Out of space. Oh, shit. There we go.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now, but you succeeded in overcoming them. Need more time. Need more time. Still waiting.
Yeah, I'm still pretty much just running with my farm build. Like I just not even using Taegooks right now. I just run with Bane of the Trap, Stricken, and Powerful. I'm just low. Like I haven't pushed into the higher GRs yet for the level gems, so just haven't bothered. Just change the one gem out. Just change out the Boon of the Hoarder, so I don't have to worry about resource in these greater rifts. I can just, all gas all the time.
Still waiting.
So I haven't gotten all my gems to 50 yet. So I'm just running 60s because I can do them in like 2 minutes.
In the Undercity, there's this legendary one you can get for it. So it's guaranteed ancestral legendaries.
Yeah.
So that's how
I think
you
I've got
farm them to
one of
guarantee them.
those.
Because the bosses quit dropping them like they did. Now you should have more. I got 2 of them, but you should have a lot of them. And then there's the one for the runes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got all kinds of the regular ones, but I think I only have like 1 or 2 of the legendary, the red ones. Hopefully this weekend me and Jordan will have time to finish our Halo 2 game. Like in 7 hours, we got all the way to the run on the final boss on heroic. So we were chugging it out.
Need more time. Your side become more powerful.
Took me
Are you strong enough?
more than a minute to remember how to play Halo, though, right? So used to playing like Destiny and any other first person shooter game, pretty much, right? Because you have to ready your weapon. You're
Yeah.
always pulling the left trigger, and that's throw a grenade on Halo. It's not ready your gun. Your gun is always ready. You just got to pull the trigger, right? So I'm throwing these freaking grenades all over the place. And keep trying to run up and melee dudes, right? And I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm like run up and start reloading or something, whatever it was, right? Like I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't right. It was just painful. It was painful. So painful. But it was great because I like I'm pretty sure I played the Halo 2 anniversary, but it's been so long I like didn't really remember how good the graphics were. I was like, I don't think I've ever played this. It's so garbage, dude. Halo 2 anniversary is fucking beautiful. It is so good. And it was like I think it was the other day, 3, 4 days ago, whatever it was, when we streamed, it was like the day after the 20-year anniversary of the game itself, Halo 2. So that was our whole thing. We were playing Halo 2 anniversary for the 20th anniversary, which is probably the 10-year anniversary of that.
I need to go back. Not ready yet. Well, my power grows. Brave the rift, and you will be well. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time. Still waiting.
Yeah, it ends in a timed fucking event. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Need more time.
Yep, I don't know what the heck. I have not seen Ramadala Ding Dong at all. Like 10 hours in the game or whatever. And haven't seen a Ramadala Ding Dong. Holy shit. On this account, anyways. I got a bunch of them on the other account. They were dropping like drops of rain. Ramadala Ding Dongs falling on my head.
Let's see the gem.
I can pack it if you want. You said your wrist was hurting. Here you go, baby. Oh, damn, almost died. Almost. He didn't have enough damage left in him, I guess.
Not ready yet. You have
I'm in this timed Undercity. I got like 4 minutes stacked up just from killing all the little timed monsters.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
And
last one I ran, it was
there's
stupid.
the unique tribute you get, man. It's hard to get the timer up because you start so low.
still waiting.
Like I fought like hell to try to keep that one up.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more time.
Rocking it out all day long. Rocking it out.
Not ready yet.
Oh, did you see that? All the stocks of all the major pharmaceutical companies are falling through the floor, dude, because they know it's coming. Everybody in the know, everybody who knows, pharmaceutical companies have been operating in a poor fashion, right? Hurting people, selling products that are dangerous, right?
Well, they've just been living on the fathoms of addiction, legal ways to
Yep,
make people addicted to drugs.
yep.
Because
Well,
people don't realize doctors get paid to write prescriptions.
yes, they
Big
do.
Pharma pays them
Yep.
very
And on
well.
top of that, it's the same thing with all the vaccines.
The best way it was told to me by a doctor in federal prison was he said, think of it like this. When you sell a house, you take a commission. He said, so if I
Yeah,
write you a prescription for a pill that costs $25 versus a pill that's going to cost you $700, I'm going to get a whole lot more money off the pill that's going to cost
yep,
you $700 a
yep.
month.
And that's it too. All the um, children's doctors get huge kickbacks for giving vaccines. Huge, like $30,000 to $50,000 a year, by making sure every kid in their care has every single vaccination
Well,
they're supposed
for some of
to.
them.
That
So the doctor confirmed is
Need
not
more time.
totally true. So your first 3 doctor visit vaccines you get as a baby, the
yeah,
doctor doesn't get any money for giving them to you. None.
yeah.
They're
It's
free.
all
In
the other
fact, the
ones. Are.
government is ordered. They're ordered to give them to you by the government for free because every U.S. citizen needs to be vaccinated, regardless of their funding.
Still waiting.
Yeah, well, that's going to go away
And
because those
and the COVID
vaccines are
vaccine though
hyper fucking dangerous.
they get paid for, but like the chicken pox, measles, mumps, things like that, they don't get paid a whole lot of money for.
The first three after that, but there's all kinds of boosters on those. And
Yeah,
they
there's
if they
boosters
follow the full
afterwards.
schedule,
The
20
boosters they
set
get paid
no,
for, yeah.
it's 72 shots now. By the time you're 18 or 20, 72
That you're
shots.
supposed to get. Not everybody gets them
Yeah. So
because I didn't
if
get
the
them.
pediatrician makes sure, well, yeah, but we're older. It wasn't right. So uh, you're a millennial, so not you, but
And my thought
Gen.
process on it has come to this, like that doctor said. He said the only vaccine he was weary about was the COVID vaccine. He said and I like this guy. He's a real honest guy,
Yeah,
and he's a real doctor with licensed practice time and all that good stuff. But I like what he said about the vaccines. He said, here's the deal. Those vaccines have harsh rulings on your body, like really bad.
yes,
He said, but here's the thing is they also have, if you think of it like this, it's even worse to just not take any vaccines.
no, it's not. All the things we're taking vaccines for were on the way out. The major reason people died from those polio, smallpox, all that, is malnourishment. We no longer live in a world here in America where that is a thing. All those childhood diseases that killed so many kids and left them crippled, it's because they were malnourished.
Uh, I mean, I can't
On
disagree
top of
with that,
that,
but what I
we
can
were
say
also
that I
herd
will say on it
immunity
is,
was growing.
there's some of
Like
them.
we were
There's
all,
some diseases those vaccines vaccinate against that you don't want no part of that fucking disease. I'll promise.
oh, true, but I mean, they don't. Is it? Is it? Are those diseases prevalent enough and in society enough that it necessitates everyone be vaccinated for it?
So I'll tell you how much it works like this. Here's how it goes. The best way to think about it. So Jesus used to cure people of leprosy.
Right.
It's one of the worst things you could have was leprosy.
And then we
There's
figured out how to
people
wash our
there,
hands.
there's people upcoming today now that are suffering with leprosy more often than not. So
In
even
America.
diseases, well, not
Well,
in America, no, but in other
okay, so in
countries.
third world countries
Not even in
where
just
they
third world
don't,
countries. There's like people in Switzerland that have came up that have been diagnosed with it. And it's not that I'm saying it's a big thing that's coming new. It's
right.
just how much of this stuff is actually being reported is still a problem. Here's the biggest thing to think about. The biggest reason why you don't see it and why you see it more in them third world countries, because that's a two-edged sword you're playing with. Your thought process is, well, it's only in third world countries because they're malnourished. Well,
Well, not, no, no, no.
the doctor's argument on that though is going to be, or maybe it's just because the third world country don't have vaccinations.
Soap. It's soap, right? That's,
Well, no, just for leprosy. I'm saying just all
yeah,
vaccinations in general.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not just third world countries that suffer with them. We suffer with them everywhere. The only difference is the cases up here that get reported or that get diagnosed don't get reported like that. So you don't know about them because we have
Mm,
treatments and cures for them. So we don't have to worry about it. The only ones that they
okay.
really
Well,
report that are big are ones where they really got to quarantine a motherfucker for something.
yeah. Well, and that's it too. Like, polio.
And that's, well, and you know what? The reason why I stand with what you said is because here's the thing is like, if today, like polio, if you caught that, that's going to be a lot harder to treat. But for the most
Yeah.
part, what a lot of them vaccines protect you from can almost be cured fairly quickly just by a simple ER visit.
Yep. It's not, yeah.
Because like
Um,
we're so advanced with technology, but it's just a whole lot cheaper if you can prevent it with a little shot, I guess.
well, and here's the thing too. Like I said, polio, a lot of people have fucking polio. The thing is, like 99% of all polio cases are don't have any symptoms, are asymptomatic. You don't suffer anything from it. So 1% of all polio cases actually are symptomatic where you suffer, right? So in reality, there's no need for the vaccine anymore for that. And the way vaccines work is right. They give you all these dead disease of polio cells or whatever it is they're trying to cure you of. And if you just get a big injection of dead polio cells, you know what your body's going to do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's going to round them up and shit them out, piss them out, and just be done with it. Just go, dead cells. So when they give you that shot, they have to put something in it that causes a severe allergic reaction or a severe enough allergic reaction to where it tricks your body into believing that these dead disease cells with a special coating on them are what's causing the problem. And so your body starts building immunity to polio or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the number one thing they used and still use a lot is a heavy metal, right? And they're like, oh, well, that doesn't say in all the tests, it doesn't seem to be It's not showing up in their urine or in their poop or in their blood, so they must just be sloughing it off somewhere, right? Over 10 years ago, over 15 years ago, a study was done on it, and they gave all those shots to a bunch of monkeys, and it was the same thing. The heavy metal wasn't being peeled out, it wasn't in their blood, it wasn't in their feces. So they autopsied all the monkeys, and they found it had collected in the center of their brain, every one of them collected in the center of their brain, and it was causing serious brain issues. So, like, how fucked up society is now, it's all because we got heavy metal in our fucking brain from the vaccines. Like, that's like, RFK has a website because for the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years, something like that, he's been fighting court cases against the federal government on vaccine injuries. Because during the Reagan era, the vaccine companies went to the Reagan administration and said, "Hey, we have all these vaccines." They like at that time, everyone was convinced we had to have them, and they've
Yeah,
kept
but the
that
thing
idea
is they
in the
can't
main culture.
you can't sue for it though, because here's the bottom line where medical practice is protected in that regard is if you they make you sign for that vaccine. So if you sign stating you're taking it, you just signed understanding that there are
All
complications
right,
with
so
some of
then why
that.
don't they just
Like,
put arsenic in every single shot if you can't be sued for it?
well, because then like here's what you're not saying, Paul, is if you go into that doctor's
If they
office and
are
you
if
sign
they
for
are
that listen,
knowingly giving you something in that shot that they knowingly will harm you,
but they also tell you that this has a chance and a symptom that it can do this. It has a side effects that can cause this.
it's
Do
not
you
a
still want to
chance, it's
take it?
100% certainty.
Well, we don't know
And they
that.
don't tell you that. They're not giving you full informed consent. You're not being fully informed of what can happen.
So
They're
like
just kind of walking around
most
it.
of those
And the
vaccines, Paul,
government
are
and
just a
they
shot of the disease that it's protecting you against. It's just an antibody, so that you're, or it's just a like the flu shot, for instance. It's just a strain of the flu, a very small dose of it, so that your body will build antibodies to it.
no,
That's all it is.
there should be no live. They don't do that with vaccines anymore. There's no live cells in the vaccine, right? None. So your body will not react to those disease cells because they're all dead. So they have to put something else in the shot to make your body react to it. That's the problem. That's the issue. It's what they're using to cause basically an allergic reaction in your body to trick it into believing those dead disease cells are what's causing the problem and hopefully trick your body into creating the antibodies for that disease. Now, they went to the Reagan administration and said, we're going out of business. Too many, like from vaccine injury suits. They were putting them out of business. So they got protection from the federal government, and the schedule for vaccines went from like 9 in a lifetime to like 77 shots now because they didn't have to worry about it. The federal government has been absorbing all them suits for them. Like you have to
Yeah, but
sue the federal government
here's
if
the
you're
thing though.
vaccine injured.
Here's my I guess my only concept on it. First off, there's no real factual evidence other than some guy that you
There
heard
is there's
talking about it. Because
no no
if what
no
you're
no
what I'm getting at is if what you were saying is true, Paul, 100% true, and that it does that in your brain and it fucks with you and has a chance to kill you like that, there's no fucking way in hell that they're going to allow that. Especially not to the fucking dudes in the military who are guaranteed to get them because they have to get them. Part of their
as
like
children.
right now,
It's
well, not even as children.
it's
Like
the
right
ones
now, if
given to you as children.
yeah, I just don't, especially with children. I just don't see them doing that. I don't. I would look further into that if I were you before basing your statements off what that guy said. I just don't see him doing that. I just feel like that the government would at some point be like if that was the case and there was a big deal about that, I'm sure Trump would have spoken on that because of how big
He
he
has
is
been.
about the harm of our children. So if that's a case,
RFK and Trump have been talking about this. They just don't
well,
talk about it
I'm
in the
just saying
major media.
if so, there then Trump will do something about it. Because listen, man, Trump has the biggest soft spot for kids. That is his weakness.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why he wants to do so
Well,
much for
that's
education.
why he put RFK in charge of that. Of Health and Human Services. That's
Because
why
Trump
he
just
made
said,
him that guy.
I don't know if I told you this, but Trump's giving out $10,000 to people that homeschool their kids to purchase stuff to do so with. Help out with
Yeah.
food, to bills, get you some books and pencils and other stuff to teach them at home with. And then he's going to make it to where there is no more public school. It'll be private schools. If you can't afford it, the government will assist you with it. Because no kid should have to just settle for a lesser school because his parents didn't have the kind of money the other kids did. He thinks that that's bullcrap. That your kid gets to go to this $1 million school because of where you work at, and this kid has to take this lesser education, which is just going to leave
Yep.
him poor
Yep.
for the rest of his life
Well,
anyway.
and this is something, and too, dude, this is something else that conservatives have been talking about in for a long time too. Is that since the induction of the oh, my brain just drew a blank of this.
Honestly, they should just get rid of all the vaccinations. Okay, here's what they need to do with all the children in America right now. Starting at
Yeah.
we'll start with the kids age 8 to 16. I feel like once they're 16 or older, it's kind of if they're not a good kid by then, you've kind of just lost all hope. They're just going to grow up to be shitbags
Yeah,
until they
the
bonk their head
schools
hard enough
the
and learn the hard way. But I feel like it
yeah,
should be ran by poor blue collar men because listen, man, if you go take a poor kid that you go take a kid that grew up poor, that's like 20, 25 that grew up poor, and take another kid that lived in the fucking suburbs his whole life that's 20, 21 years old, and I'll bet the kid that was poor knows a whole lot more about life than the kid that was raised in the suburbs. Probably knows how to change tires, fix cars, build houses, fix a sink. The kid in the suburb knows how to grab a contact list and call a plumber or a mechanic. Because when you're poor, you don't get that choice to call them. You just got to figure it out.
yeah.
And I just feel like that's a great aspect. It helps people learn because you need to learn that shit. You should know that stuff. You're not always going to have the luxuries of a mechanic all the time. You're not always going to have the luxuries to be able to call somebody to fix your problem.
Agreed.
That, and I think Trump needs to bring ass whoopings back.
Yeah.
You've seen that school down in Georgia is fighting to let teachers spank kids. I don't know how much I agree with that. I would probably lose my shit if someone spanked my kid, but
Well, then you better be willing to come down there and whoop them. That's
oh,
all
I
I'm saying.
will.
If yeah,
100%. Some teachers back when that was a thing were very overzealous of it and abusive. Kids come home with marks on them. My grandpa went down there one time. My aunt Cheryl came home with a fucking welt across her back where they hit her with the ruler too high.
yeah,
My grandpa went down there, grabbed that teacher by his fucking legs, drug him out of the school with his face down into the fucking ground the whole time. Got him outside and smacked the living fucking piss out of him in front of all of his colleagues. He said, "You hit my daughter like that again, and there won't be no talk. We'll be going for a ride." I said, "I don't mind if you spank, but when you're leaving welts, now we got a problem." He's like, "I don't even welt my own kids, so I'm not about to let you." Spanking's one thing. He even made my grandma take like pictures of it with the little Kodak camera, the little fucking Polaroid thing that
dang.
spits the picture out, because he thought they were gonna call the cops on him.
Oh,
He's like, "If they call the cops, you just show them that picture. They'll leave us alone." But the teacher knew he was wrong because he never called the cops when he was asked to. So because of that, the principal and superintendent at the time fired him,
One time, I miscast the charm spell, and Sister
or
Liza
whoever the
appeared
boss
in
was at that time.
night.
I remember my grandpa saying he got fired because he wasn't willing to file a police report because he knew he was wrong. That was at the same school where my mom went and lost her shit because the teacher. This was when they weren't allowed to spank, and a teacher put his hands on my brother Brian. But my brother deserved it. The teacher was in the right, 100%. My dad went down there and told him that after the mom pushed him into a chalkboard.
Yeesh.
So my brother was in there trying to be the class clown and talking shit to the teacher. So the teacher fucking pushed him back and said, "Well, if you want to run your mouth, I'll show you what happens." And my brother got all scared. "I told my mom." My dad's like, well, if you're going to run your mouth to somebody, you better be ready for the repercussions of what's going to come. He was just teaching you a lesson. That's his job. Teach. So just run around running your mouth to somebody unless you're willing to fight them. Nothing I hate more than a little kid that wants to run his mouth at you because he knows he's a kid and you can't hit him.
Oh yeah.
That's why I always make my nephews mean and tough. So that when that happens, I just go get one of them. I'm just kidding. Paul you be running over to your daughter's house to go get Paxton. I need you to smack this kid for me. Okay? I'll eat some ice cream. Don't tell mom. How's Tyler been getting towards Paxton? Pretty good.
Little bit better, but still, he's like still treats the older two far differently than he treats the younger three.
Yeah, I thought about taking that job with him just to get it a little bit closer to maybe bring Paxton over to hang out sometimes when you're not feeling well, so he can just escape for a
Yeah,
little bit. Because it's just his stepdad he's gonna have to deal with it. So he's a teenager and can look him in the face and say, "If you want to be a bitch, go outside." Because I just
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that's gonna happen if either keeps that up, and I just feel like it's not gonna go in his favor. Because usually kids that are treated differently like that by a stepdad usually end up kicking the stepdad's ass.
yep. Sooner or later.
Because you don't realize what happens when you put all that rage inside of him. He's gonna channel it right back at you, and it ain't gonna be
Yeah,
pretty when it happens. But luckily, he's got a good grandpa that's not gonna let him do it too much. Because
yeah. Oh yeah. No, no.
that was the one thing I
I
said
kept.
for sure was like Tyler will never take it too far because once it gets too far, Paul's gonna be like, "All right, that's enough. Let's go. You, me, outside."
Yeah, yeah. If it even gets that far, because I'm old and broken.
Or,
If I just don't
oh,
kick
actually,
his
that's what I'm
legs
saying.
up,
Old and
like,
broken. So it's
no,
like,
no,
all
no.
right, I'm going home real quick. I'm calling Jordan. He's got some training.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
need you to get up here, Jordan.
because
You're gonna have to come help Dad out. Paxton's in trouble, dude. Jordan would be there in a hot second.
oh yeah, Jordan's all about Paxton.
He'd be
Jordan
there
is
so
all
fast,
about
dude.
Paxton.
Tyler'd be screwed because he wouldn't do nothing. Once Jordan walked here, it just take Jordan's presence. He's not a little kid. He's not little by no means. He's big and takes up some
Anymore,
space.
yeah. But and it's I don't know. I don't even know. He's slowly getting better, but
Well, he will.
I don't
You
know.
just have to go to them, take that talk with him. You have to be that guy about being her dad. Like, and I know she's probably not going to like it, but you have to. You just have to pull them aside and have that talk. That listen, man, when you marry a woman that's got kids, you marry them kids too. And if you
Yeah,
ain't willing to do that, then you just need to let her know that hey, I can't be here because I can't treat them the same as I'm going to treat my own kids because it's not right to do that. My dad loved all his kids